It's official, guys. That is the first diesel heater run of the season. And I gotta admit, it feels good. Not only does it physically feel good because it's cold in here and the warmth feels good, but it also feels good that we have to be using it in the first place. So I've been having really slow mornings where I turn off my alarm, I sleep for another 30 minutes, I get up, I take my time making coffee, making breakfast, and I just kind of chill and enjoy the peaceful sounds of nature. And at first I created this artificial pressure that like, oh, I should be productive in the morning, I should get an early start, yada yada yada. So I was feeling a little bit, I was kind of beating myself up a little bit for having these slower mornings. And then I realized, like, if I don't have anything specific to do that needs to get done early, I'm out here on the road to relax and enjoy my life, right? So why not allow myself to have that peace in the morning? I think it's a privilege and a luxury to have this slow morning and the peace that's associated with that. So might as well just enjoy it. And if there's stuff that needs to get done early, then get it done early. But if there's not, then why not just enjoy, right? I have been here in Truckee, California for the last few days, and we haven't really done a whole lot in the area, but I did do a pretty epic hike yesterday. I didn't film because I just wanted a day to adventure on my own without the camera. So that was really nice. And today we're gonna actually be continuing on our route down south from here because the Sierras are calling. I mean, technically the Sierras are in this area as well, but the area where we'll be hiking in the Sierras is a little bit further south from here. So we're gonna continue on traveling down the road further south today. But before we do that, I'm gonna go see if I can get a shower. Tried to get a shower the other day, but they were closed. So now it's time. Found a nice spot over here in the shade because Kaya will be waiting in here, of course. As always, windows partially down. It's actually nice and cool out right now. You're gonna be good in here, Kaya. You'll be good in here. Well, that is the second time now that I was unable to get a shower here. The first time, they were closed for maintenance, and this time, it just seems like I'm here outside of their business hours, so looks like I'm not getting a shower today, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I could stay here and wait an hour and a half until they open, but I don't want to do that. So instead, I'm just gonna make a quick lunch and we'll be on the road. Some Havarti. It's a Havarti party. A couple videos ago, I talked about how it had been a week since I showered. And I got a bunch of comments from people saying, a week without showering, that's crazy. And if you're at home, I agree, a week without shower, that definitely seems crazy. But when you're on the road, that's just kind of the reality. You don't really You don't take a shower every day or every couple days. I mean, I guess you could, but you'd be spending a lot of time traveling from where you're at. If you're, you know, deep in the forest and you want to shower every other day, you got to drive all the way into town and find a place to shower. It's just a lot bigger of a process to take a shower. Now, if you're somebody who on road trips goes to campgrounds where they have showers, or you're in urban places where you have quicker access to showers, of course, by all means, shower more. But for me, I'm out in the forest for most of the time when I'm on the road. So, like I said, it's more of a commitment to go get a shower, which is why I shower less. But I'm also in the forest, so I don't really care if I smell. Now, there are ways that you could shower more regularly, even if you're in the forest. For example, I could have some kind of like portable shower bag or something to at least, you know, keep myself cleanly more often in between my actual showers. You could swim in rivers and lakes to rinse off, kind of freshen up. Some rigs have dedicated showers. My old Northern Light camper had a shower. I didn't use it much because it wasn't that great of a shower, but there's options. If you want to shower more regularly, there's definitely options. Me, I just kind of bask in the filth. All right, away we go. It's been real, Truckee. Till next time. Ouch. This is the turnbuckle system I've got going on here. Every time I need to get fuel, I just loosen this guy up, and then when I'm done, tighten it up. Not overly tight, because you don't want to put too much stress on the tie-down points, of course. And it's good to go. 11.17 miles per gallon, that tank. For those of you who were wondering. Definitely not a Prius, but a Prius doesn't provide the same comfort that the cabin does, so that's the price you pay, you know? Right now we're cruising through Lake Tahoe. We're on the north side of the lake, I believe right next to Kings Beach, and the north side of the lake is actually not nearly as busy as the South Lake, believe it or not. There's still a ton of people here, middle of the week, but if you think it's busy here, you should see the south side. It's probably a madhouse over there. Pretty cool little town. Tons of food and shopping and all of the stuff to spend your money, you know? You even got miniature golf right there, look at that. So if that's something you're into, they got plenty of that stuff over here. Resorts, Subway, what more can you ask for? I was actually really debating on whether or not I should spend some time here in Tahoe, because it is very beautiful. There's a lot of very pretty scenery around here, a lot of cool hiking trails, good fishing, and I have spent time here in the past on previous road trips, but it's just so commercial and so busy that I decided that I would just skip through it this time around and, you know, kind of just avoid this place in general in the summer. And there it is, there's the lake. Lake Tahoe. Massive. Look at the size of that lake. If I'm not mistaken, Lake Tahoe, I believe, is the largest alpine lake in the entire United States, which is pretty impressive. Earlier this year, there was a freak storm of some sort, and I think a bunch of people actually died out on the lake, and they were boating. They got caught in the storm and they drowned, or something along those lines. I'm not sure the specifics, but I remember some people drowning in the lake during a storm. She's got this entire bed all to herself. She has to put her head right where I'm supposed to put my arm. It's like I don't get an armrest this drive. That's all right. I don't know how well you guys could see that because of the glare, and also there was police, so I wasn't trying to film straight up. But anyways, there was a freaking truck literally up the side of the wall there. It was like fully on the wall, on the rock wall. Like, how did it get there? I don't know, but the stuff you see, pretty bizarre sometimes.
like rain on hollow ground. The same hand that held you, Lord, it's the same hand that bears you low.
One thing that's actually a little bit more challenging to find while you're on the road is places to recycle. So it's pretty nice that I was able to recycle all my cans and whatnot while we're here. It's a very pleasant little rest area. Look at this grass. It's like the greenest grass I've seen since summer started. Cattle over there. We got some visitors way over there. That's not your herd to tend to, Kaya. All right, guys, we have managed to secure a beautiful spot for the night. I mean, check it out. It is probably the best camp spot that I've had on the trip so far. I've had some pretty good camp spots, but I think we got the views, we've got space, we're away from any main roads, so Kaya could just roam around without having to worry about cars driving by. I mean, there is still a road here, so of course we will have to be mindful, but this seems to be just a road that I'm sure doesn't really get used a whole lot at all. All right, for dinner, I'm gonna make some al pastor tacos. And I know this looks like a whole lot of ingredients, but I'm also gonna make a salad on the side. Bam. Look at that. Beautiful. One of the best things about tacos is they're so delicious, of course, but then also they're just so easy to make and prepare, especially if you're using this like pre-marinated meat like the one that I got at the store. All we're gonna do for toppings is some diced onion and cilantro. And then this is pretty unconventional, but I'm also gonna do cheese on mine just because I've got the cheese to use. And just give cilantro quick chop. And we've got our taco toppings. I got this al pastor at Grocery Outlet, and it's pre-marinated, and it was only $4.69 for this entire thing, so it looks pretty good, but I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, this smells amazing. Now this is definitely not gonna be the traditional street taco way, but I'm feeling some cheese on mine, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some cheese and get that all melted. I'll add a little bit of avocado on each one. And I just realized that I actually made tacos in my last video. So it probably just seems like I have tacos all the time, but that was a long time ago now. That was many days ago. It was probably at least a week ago, maybe a little bit more, that I had that last round of tacos. Anyways, this looks legit, y'all. This looks super, super legit. You're not gonna get any by sitting up there. You think that you sit up there and you get some? Sorry, that's not how this works, dog. That's some pretty dang good pre-marinated pastor. I can't believe that I got that whole thing for less than $5. What a steal. That's tasty. That's really well marinated. Oh. It's actually a lot chillier tonight than it has been. And I'm not mad about it at all. Something tells me I'll be using the diesel heater again when I wake up. Anyways, I'm hitting the hay. And I'll see you in the morning, alright? Now I gotta get up and turn off all the lights. Bluetooth light bulbs. Bluetooth light bulbs. That is on the infinite, never-ending list. I had a feeling it was going to be real chilly in here this morning. But man, that diesel heater gets it toasty. It is warm. I think Kaya has enjoyed it too. She was probably cold too before I turned it on. Oh man. Go ahead. Found out some really unfortunate news this morning when I was checking trail conditions on the hike that I'm planning on doing. And the Garnet Fire, which is down around Sequoia National Park, has grown quite a bit in the last 24 hours. It's grown over 10,000 acres, and although the flames themselves aren't an immediate threat or risk, all the way up in the Mammoth area where I was planning on hiking, the whole area is now supposedly engulfed in smoke. And everywhere I'm looking says that it is extremely unhealthy air quality. Dense smoke is blanketing the area. And now I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should just do my hike as planned, even though it's in an area that is extremely smoky and has very unhealthy air quality. Now, it came to my attention yesterday that my power station was not charging for that entire 3-hour drive. It was charging to begin with, but then it stopped. That's when I discovered that this outlet that I had the power station plugged into is no longer receiving power. This one down here is receiving power. As you'll see the lights go on, which means that outlet is still active. But when I plug it in up here, sorry, don't mind the sunflower seeds. When I plug it in up here, no lights. So this outlet is no longer receiving power. I'm thinking that it probably just blew a fuse, so I'm gonna go ahead and check that right now. All right, what do we got here? There's not actually a diagram on the backside of the fuse box like there is in most vehicles. That's okay, we've got internet service here, so I'm sure I could find it online very quickly and easily. Well, that's strange. The fuse looks like it's still good. Might be another one. Let's try another one. Might actually be the fuse panel under the hood. Oh yeah, bingo. That there is a blown fuse. So we need a 20 amp. Doesn't help that these got all mixed up. There we go. Still nothing. All right, so I ended up blowing 2 more fuses, which tells me that the cigarette outlet itself is shorting, and I'm guessing the plug just went bad because it was working this whole trip and then all of a sudden it just stopped working. So I'm guessing that the plug itself went bad. Don't you hate it when it's more than just a fuse? Couldn't seem to get a straightforward answer as to if the Mammoth area is going to be too smoky to backpack. So seeing as I'm about an hour and a half north, I figure I might as well just start driving down there. That way I could lay eyes on the situation for myself and I can assess from there. Well, folks, still about 55 miles north of Mammoth, and it's already extremely smoky. The further south I go, the closer I'll be getting to the source of the smoke, so the worse that it's gonna get. That being said, I think as hard as it is to do, I think I just gotta call it. I don't think that I'm gonna get to backpack in the area that I was hoping. I think it's just gonna be completely inundated with smoke for the next while. So I might as well turn around now, save the 100+ miles of driving, only to come to this realization when I get all the way down there. It already smells really smoky here as well. And like I said, we're still an hour outside of Mammoth. So it'll only get worse from here. I think that confirms it. We're not gonna be backpacking down there. You win some and you lose some. Little update for ya. We're back at the same spot that we spent the night at last night because it's a great spot and I figure why not. And we're gonna post up for the night and just take it easy. And we're gonna reassess things tomorrow morning. I'm gonna see how things progress, what conditions are looking like tomorrow. Maybe we'll get lucky and the smoke will start blowing in the other direction. Perhaps things are gonna get worse. I don't exactly know, but before I just turn around completely, I want to at least take a little bit of time to hit the pause button and see how things progress. It's already a lot chillier than it was yesterday at this time. Something tells me it's gonna be a cold night. Oh, we got rippage right there. Oh. I put all the cheese on the tortilla as it was heating up, so that way the tortilla itself is almost like a quesadilla, and the taste of the melted cheese really comes through. That's delicious. The puppy tax, of course. Good morning, y'all. I know that the lighting is a little bit funky in here right now, so I apologize for that. Got my coffee here. The diesel heater has been on for the last couple hours. It got really chilly last night. I would say it was definitely down. It had to have been at least in the mid-30s. Woo! So the bad news is that the smoke has spread even further. In fact, even where I'm at now, which is about an hour and a half north of Mammoth, there's smoke. It's not too bad here, but it's definitely more than there was yesterday. So that just means it's getting worse. And when I look at the wildfire map, it looks like the area that I was planning on hiking is now full-on hazardous smoke zone classification. So I think that puts a nail in the coffin in the hiking plans. Now, I'm going to go back to the drawing board and see if I can figure out an alternative plan. We just finished up with another round of disc golf. We're currently in Gardnerville, Nevada, and I decided not to film this round, which I'm glad I decided that because I did absolutely horribly. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for this one. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is from here, but we'll get something figured out. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.